Hello and welcome in to the SorareAndrews Podcast, brought to you by SorareData. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joined as always by Andy Black on Sorare. ZM Star was here 32 minutes ago saying, I'm going to have to catch the replay since my workday is over at 4. Must be nice. But first, I need to see where Black is broadcasting from. Black was just telling me his weekend has started already. It's Thursday. He is in. Pale ales are flowing. Scosmo, evening, sir. Yelly Freeling is here. I'm still throwing down the coffee, but is what it is. Andy, I asked you last night what you wanted to talk about today, and you chose violence.
It was actually more of a joke. I saw you post this, and I was like, "Oh, we're going to talk about our girlfriends." Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
No.
This is just what happens with us when we don't have anything specific. I mean, there are things to talk about, I guess. But this is what we do. We're like, "What do you want to talk about?" And whatever the first thing comes, it's like, "Good, we'll do that." And I don't think I can read exactly what I told you the description of this video was going to be. Do I just read it?
I think you can. Yeah,
I can. Okay. Nobody tell Sean. But it said, where is it here? Here it is. Lairdino and Black. So I don't even remember what I ended up putting here. Something about airing grievances. Lairdino and Black take a break from their regular good times and positivity to call out all of the fucking assholes who are trying to ruin Sorare for everyone else. And I wanted to see who you wanted to call out right away. Or if you let me go first.
I just want to say, when you use that word, it means a lot more than when Sean uses that word.
Yeah,
it has
just
a lot more,
a little differently, right?
Yeah, it's just a little more impactful.
Yeah, it felt weird coming out on a show like this. Not that this is family fun, but that's all it is. So if you're not going to go first, I had one person I really wanted to call out that's just made things miserable lately.
Let's go.
It's Quinny. I'm just kidding. I love Quinny.
I was curious where that was going.
There is no way. I can't fathom what Quinny would ever be able to do or say that would make me feel that way. So what's funny is that I'm pretty sure at some point during the chat, thank you to everybody for joining us, people are just going to start airing grievances on other people, and it's going to get pretty both.
I'm curious, is Gaka in chat?
Who's that?
Exactly. Who's that? I'm blocked now. At one point I asked if someone had pissed in his Cheerios, and I got blocked over that. So
yeah.
Sorry,
I'm sure
Paul.
You said much worse to others too, but that's
yeah.
Sorry,
Paul 8764729er.
I thought you were going to go the Jenny route. 8675309.
Yeah, that would have been the play.
Blue Tomatoes, today's girlfriend talk brought to you by SorareData. Last week was all about household chores. This week, free girlfriend advice. No, Ricky, this is a girlfriend stream. That's the GF.
Don't tell our wives.
And ZM Star just said, all I do is, and I'm just in Discords and tweeting all day. I'm also streaming. Somebody's got to do it.
There's a stream every day of the week now, I feel like. And 2 on Wednesdays.
You don't feel like there is. There was this week. Was there? Oh, yeah, there was this week. Usually Tuesday is an off day, but I did the strategy show with Nep on Tuesday. So the funny thing about the strategy show this week is, and somebody actually brought it up to me. I saw the comments, but somebody else brought it up to me. I won't call them out. Maybe I will later. Who knows? But somebody was like, there are a few comments. They were like, "Thank God Sean is gone, and you have Nep now." And it was like, "Oh, that's not it. We didn't do that." So, yeah, sorry about
that. When we talked about the title of this podcast, I made a list, but I typed it up on my work computer, and I don't have the list anymore. Yeah, complete failure. And then I realized,
Share docs, man. You're the only person on earth who's like still using Microsoft Word, just saving right to your desktop.
no, I actually never saved it. I typed it up and then I like left it unsaved, like an idiot.
Did you leave it? Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was printed in the printer that's behind you that hasn't worked in 14 years.
Let's not talk about printers.
Sorry.
That's one thing that can definitely go fuck is printers. That's on the list. No, I was gonna say, Trippin' B had a guy on one of his shows. I don't remember which one, but he had a hate list. And as I was typing my list, I was like, "This reminds me of it was Zarda's fan or something." He was like,
yeah,
Zarda's
so it was
fan
one of the
club.
So Rare in the States podcasts.
Okay, and he had a hate list, and I was like, "That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. Is I'm making my own personal hate list."
How easy was it to make the list?
It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. Because I mean, I used players on the platform that have made me sad, coaches that rotate players like Jim Curtin. Jim Curtin, is that his name?
Yeah.
At Philly.
Villanova grad.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, loser. So he rotated Elliott this midweek. Who rotates center backs? Philadelphia does.
Yeah, Philadelphia Union. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're on my list now, or he's on my list. Dane St. Clair, he's on my list.
What'd he do?
As long
just
as
because he's ahead of Fred.
Clint Irwin, Eric Dick, yeah, they're all on the hate list.
I can't you don't really hate them though. You just hope that they stop playing soccer for a little bit.
Get transferred.
At the same time.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Should they go fuck? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So this doesn't apply to anyone specific, but I want to go back. Me joking about Quinny reminded me something that I wanted to bring up. We're moving into the serious part for a quick second.
Okay.
So it was in last week's end product with Quinny and Stish. And Quinny makes like so much content. And I don't have time to like consume it all, which is a bummer for me because it feels like every single show or video or whatever he does, there's like this nugget of he says something and you're just like, oh, like, and he had one in last week's end product that was just so off the cuff. And I actually like rewound it. Do you even say that now? Skipped back. Anyway, so I went back and I had to like listen to what he said again. But the line was something like, the decisions, I mentioned this on maybe the NBA, the Doncic show, whatever. The decisions of two people affect the decisions of everyone else on the platform. And basically what he was saying is when a card is traded on the secondary market, there's a price that's agreed to by two people. And we look at the two people, they were like, this card is worth this. And we're like, okay, all of the cards now are worth that, of that player and that scarcity. Which is kind of wild because obviously there's more than just that one card, but you're just like, well, this guy just paid $50 for that card and this one's the same, so I'm going to pay 50. And of course, whoever's selling is like, no, give me 3,000. And you're like, well, but it is like literally two people out of the thousands of people on the platform. And not everyone is going for the same cards. But he like said that, and I was just like, man, that is now Metal Gear is not really it's sort of the butterfly effect. I guess it is.
What about credit card fraud? And then they undercut you by $200.
That's true too. The decisions by one person to steal a credit card and use that to buy a Sorare, which you can't do now. Got to win an auction now. That'll teach them.
Does that fix anything?
I think it does. I don't know.
Now Sorare gets the money instead, I guess. I don't know.
I'm assuming that it's not like you can't win. Like you're not going to overpay for that many auctions right away. And I'm guessing, I don't know. I'm assuming it's just harder with auctions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might have something to do with like how long it takes to detect it as well, because by the time you win the auction, resell the card, because
Right.
I assume that's what they need to do to get ETH is they
Yeah.
win the auction, sell the card, and then try to withdraw the ETH. Maybe it's a little longer.
It's a little
time
longer.
frame.
Yeah. Scosmo saying apparently they have better fraud detection for Prime. I don't know why it would make a difference. I mean, isn't it the same? I don't know. I don't work for Visa or whoever.
Yeah, it's almost like we should get somebody that works for MasterCard on our show.
Yeah, it's a bummer we don't know
anyone like that.
Nobody.
We
Shame.
do. We're just not telling you who. Multiple people, actually.
Oh, that's true. You're right. You're right. Yeah. We should talk to them. We'll bring them on and we'll pretend we're talking about something else and we'll be like, hey, what do you think? We'll just like walk them right into it.
It'll be the payment processing bundle. Or it could be the credit card fraud bundle. However you want to approach it.
The fraud bundle, yeah. For those of you who are relatively new to this show, early on I used to call the title of every show was the something bundle. And it took like 20 episodes before Andy was like, I really hate the bundle thing. I was like, oh, all right, that's fine. And now we call shows like Go Fuck. That's the improvement. I do love that that's like become a thing. Like the whole, like it's so...
Who said it originally?
I have no idea. Somebody really upset and complaining to Nicholas about their reward or something like that.
Yeah, and I think their English might have been a little broken as well.
We ain't fixing it.
No.
Yeah, I love that.
I like it better this way. For sure.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So, do you want to air any grievances other than to the entire Minnesota United goalkeeper room?
No, I will say if you didn't see on social media this week, I tweeted a picture or a video of myself at a St. Louis City 2 game, and they played against Minnesota 2 and they had our boy Fred Emmings starting in goal. About 3 minutes into the game, like clockwork, Minnesota 2 commits a foul in the box. We get a PK, and Fred steps on his line, reads our PK taker like a book, makes an outstanding save. I tweet about it. Fred likes it. Fred retweets it. Fred's mom likes it. I mean, let's go.
So, but like, not only that, you didn't even tag him.
No, I didn't tag him.
Like I don't know if he had like something going on where it's just like he gets notified anytime his name comes up. Speaking of Fred, I'd like to congratulate you on finally getting your 100th Fred.
Yep, we have 100 Freds now. Might be 101. I won another auction today.
I'm only seeing 100 here. 94 and 6.
100 it is.
It is a bit shocking that you don't have a super rare. Does he have super rares?
Plenty of super rares, like 15 super rares. I've just never found one at a price that I liked.
How can you put a price on whatever this is?
Well, first of all, you only own one, so I don't think that you get to comment on, the price of Fred.
I'd also like to point out, not only do I own one, it was gifted to me by you.
I believe you won him fair and square. I don't remember
That's
why,
true.
but
You are right about that. I did win him. Although I think I got him for finishing like third in Shailers instead of first. But a win is a win. All right. Who are these people? Clearly someone would be able to. How about this? No more ETH. That seems like somebody desperate to get rid of a Fred Emmings.
So only trades. I only offer him trades. No more ETH trades, or is it he doesn't have any more ETH, or what is that?
I think it's I don't have any more ETH. Oh, Durr has one?
Might have to talk to Durr on that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, Dylan. My fault.
Seriously, calm down.
Oh, Ben was saying that the original tweet was a 4-man Cap 240 team that didn't hit. And they were upset about that. I don't know if that's right.
Imagine getting so mad over $5.
I think it was a rare team. I don't know. So we'll see. Oh, here we go. Metal Gear has the text of the
You will kill the game. You will kill the game.
Thank you, Metal Gear.
And that was NFT Tristan 3, who will be forever known as the go fuck guy.
Right. Okay. I'm in. So thank you, Tristan, for the new meme.
Yeah.
And carry on. I don't know. You guys got anything we want to talk about?
I shared some of the people that I would like to go fuck. You never shared anyone besides a fake Quinny proclamation.
It's actually Nellis. I was just warming up with Quinny. No, I have I'm good. Like I don't get upset at people much. What am I going to do? Am I going to call Franco Armani out for killing my lineup last night?
Hey, maybe.
Or all of River Plate, really?
Yeah, what about Paulo Diaz?
Yeah, he's going to get benched this weekend too. So like so when the game week started, everyone was like, if you have 5 players who start, like you are guaranteed a reward. Indy, I had 2 lineups with 10 total starters, and I have 0 rewards.
Do you want to pull my lineups up real quick?
Sure.
Those are some lineups that can go fuck. All of them, like every single lineup I have, would qualify for a Shitchillers contest. I had
Tier 5.
10 real teams.
Oh.
What's that?
You still have Casio. Wait a minute. How has Fleming not played yet?
They play at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Wow. Why?
He's also maybe hurt, so there's that.
Oh. At least you captained him.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you not have a Honeyman?
I do.
Oh, how do you not stack him with Fleming?
I just didn't.
I just didn't. All right, so this one's fine. You're 100 points away with 2 players, so...
Yeah,
so
that one
Rare
sucks.
Pro, Blake Elliott, Glesnes Super Rare, Bruno Gamaris, and Bowen Super Rare. Did you consider captaining the guy who, like one of the guys who didn't score 0?
I thought about that, yeah. In fact, I also thought about splitting up Glesnes and Elliott because I figured they probably would rotate a center back. But then I was like, oh, then I could maybe kill 2 lineups, or I don't know which lineup I'll kill, so I don't know which one to prioritize. I went down this like dark path of trying to figure out what to do there, and I didn't come to any conclusions. So I just put them both in the same lineup and lost.
Yeah,
that was smart.
Yeah, I think that's bad. That was a bad move. Let's see. All-Star Super, we got Horvath tomorrow. That's in range of a tier 5 super rare.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
Double Horvath. So I don't want to ruin the next episode of Looking Up with Laird, but we did a look back on our best and worst calls, and Sam admitted that Leon Bailey was his worst call.
Yeah,
and
I agree. It's one of his worst calls.
I told him that every time I tell you that I'm like talking to Sam, you're like, "Oh, is Leon Bailey still looking up?" And just to, again, apologies for the spoiler. Leon Bailey is no longer looking up.
Another one though too. Taylor Booth, I don't think has scored a goal since I bought him. Maybe he scored one. I don't know, but Taylor Booth has not been great. Look at that lineup right there.
We didn't mention
smoke.
Booth at all. So I think that's bad. That's like bad luck. 3 decisives and no reward. That's I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get these game weeks where the scores are so high that even 3 decisives doesn't get you there.
Yeah, I need to have a conversation with Tristan about this lineup. I mean, same boat, right?
Yeah, for those just listening, this is Andy's Cap 240 team. He had Camilo Vargas, who committed a penalty, Anderson Santamaria, who had a red card, Bruno Gomes, who had an assist, and then Brian Lozano and Julio Furch, neither of whom still play for Santos, but do play together. And so, yeah, that's a bummer. And then, you have another decisive here from Fabianski. I thought Fabianski was at like 1.
Oh, he must have. Oh, he got a last man tackle or something. Look at that.
That is
How about
wild.
that? Is that on the play that he committed the error that Isaac scored on?
That would be amazing.
I mean, I don't think he went into a tackle, so either way, he was awful.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Champion America Rare. 280 points for a tier 5. Ooh.
I must have stat corrected up on that one because I didn't think I was winning anything there, which I won't because there's some American games left tonight.
Yeah. Corinthians coming in to just smash all of our faces in. And then, nice little Chelsea stack. That should win a reward. What is this in? Champion Europe Rare.
But imagine if I played Bruno G there instead of either of those midfielders. Then we're cooking. But
I love that you have a lineup of Kepa, Koulibaly, Havertz, Kovacic, and João Felix, and you captain Kai Havertz. What are we?
It's sad, isn't it? It was Kai's been on a little bit of a roll, so I figured he was going to score a goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, you figured wrong.
Yeah. I did.
My lineups. I got nothing. I knew this one wasn't going to happen. Oh, wait, here we go. This is the lineup. I had 5 starters and everybody was great. And then they were not so great. River Plate just getting absolutely pumped in there. And then I also
Enzo
had this one.
Wrong Enzo.
I still have my captain here. I just somehow need to score 181 points. And I'll be fine with 1 player. Did I get?
That's rough.
I didn't even get 200 here. Yeah, wasn't fun. So Blue Tomatoes has said, to be fair, Havertz could have scored 3 goals. The problem is that he's Kai Havertz. Like, that's literally the point.
Yeah, I agree. He had the one that went off his elbow. He had another big chance missed. Yeah. Honestly, he had another big chance missed on his left foot that I think that they just didn't give him a big chance miss because he was too far from the goal or something. But it was horrible.
He stinks. That's why.
Hey, 2 big chances missed, and he still churned out 1.8 AA. So
that is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I think 2 of the big chances missed though were shots on target. So
right. Yeah. At least he got him on target.
Sure.
Vespasian saying, hitting the limited market for the first time in the last week or so. It's amazing how these sellers haggle over every single dollar. I've been insta-buying, but now I'm £3 short, and they won't even accept a £7 rare to cover the gap. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what happens.
There's nothing worse than trying to sell a limited reward and you're already trying to sell it for $4, and then you start to get the $3.27 offers in, and you're just buy the card for $4.
I absolutely refuse to take less than asking price on a limited card. I'll just hold the card forever out of spite. I just won't do it. But I do still get an enjoyment out of the people who are like $3.85 and I'm like $4, and they're like $3.87 and I'm like no, $4.
Do you even bother to decline those offers, or do you just let them sit?
I decline them. Sometimes, I decline them.
Always.
I don't need to be that guy holding other people's ETH up.
All I'm saying, sometimes you got to be a little petty.
Yeah, I just pick my spots. That's just not a spot that I pick it usually.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Blue Tomatoes is asking who's better, Kai Havertz or João Felix, and you can just leave now.
Honestly, Frank Lampard should have them play 1v1 in practice this week to figure out who's going to start this weekend.
Stop.
You know what'll end up happening is Havertz will just like hold João away like this, and João will be like, won't be able to reach him. It'll be like the big brother bullying the little brother.
Is he that much bigger?
I'm sure he is. Zhao's small, right?
He's like skinny. I didn't think he was like that short.
He looks short to me.
Yeah, I guess the internet is telling me that João is 5'11". Surely okay. Kai is like 6'2", right?
Yeah.
Like
but Zhao's actually taller than I thought he was.
6'3" donkey.
Definitely a
donkey. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think that it's funny you say that, because I think there was an article recently where Kai said that his nickname,
loves donkey.
Yeah, his nickname is Donkey, or I think that someone called him that, and he didn't, for whatever reason, he didn't take it as an insult.
It was just, he was like, "Thank you."
Yeah, you're right. I love donkeys.
Yeah, it was like T-Bone. Yeah. Let's see here. Arsenal dude saying, I'm selling a limited Martin Deroon right now and just got 4 offers between 0.004 and 0.005, and it's listed for 0.005. Yeah. That's what happens. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I still think trying to trade is like my favorite part of the game. Literally my favorite part. Trying to figure out, like, I sent a screenshot to somebody. Who was it? It was to Nep, because Nep is trying to convince me to sell all my limited cards so that he can sell all his limited cards. And I sent him a screenshot of like 25 limited cards that I could trade for Messi rare. And he's like, of course you do that. And I was like, oh, but all my limited cards are gone now. And he's like, yeah, but you have Messi. And I'm like, yeah, but still. Yeah. I should do it though. You once sold all your limited cards and then you came crawling back.
And then I bought 100 Fred Emmings.
How many? I mean, you have 308 limited cards.
Let me
see.
I originally bought limiteds at a pretty good time, where when I sold them, I sold most of them for like profits.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess when they came back down a little bit, I bought more. But it was mostly I bought junk. Like I bought Michael Bradley and Laderos, and sure, I've got a couple decent ones in there. But if you look through my limiteds, most of them are just like I have more Atlas and Santos stacks in there. Like, come on.
What do you think is your most valuable limited card? Because I'm looking at it right now.
It's Almada.
Oh, okay. So you knew that right away. Yeah, I remember when you sold out all your limited cards, and like you and I both bought limited cards very early, and I just held on to mine, and you obviously didn't, and then came back. And yeah, you bought like just a bunch of guys. Like,
Just a bunch of jokers. Yeah.
who are these guys?
If anybody wants that Gio Reyna, just send me an offer, and he's yours.
Gio Reyna was also on the looking back with Laird mistake list.
Yeah.
Harry was like, I don't know what happened on that one.
He's another guy that can just go fuck.
Yeah, he needs a new team. Oh, no.
Maybe him and Christian Pulisic can go somewhere together. No?
Sorare Down Under. Before I get to Sorare Down Under's comment here, everyone should go onto YouTube and subscribe to Sorare Down Under because their videos are fantastic. But anyway,
Agreed.
selling all my limiteds was the best thing I ever did. Like that, I really don't want to, but I probably should. What I was explaining to somebody today in talking about selling all my limiteds, so I finished third in Challenger Limited this past game week. And I won Grimaldo. And I'm like, Grimaldo's like one of the best rewards I can get. And it was the second time I had won Grimaldo. And I was just like, oh, okay. And it just, I get more excitement out of the lineups that I can build because I have like pretty good limited cards. So I get more excitement about the lineups themselves than what I can win. And the point is to win the cool stuff is the problem. So I don't know. Great stuff. Seriously, keep up that. Lovely. Keep it up because it's very, very entertaining. Everyone, again, Sorare Down Under. Way off topic, but David, you must be new here. There's no. Let's see. Way off topic, but have you seen the account Sir Hiss? They've made a bot which automatically accepts deals worth 120% of their player value. Really interesting. That seems really dangerous.
Yeah, they're going to get wrecked so fast.
But let's check it out. Sir Hiss. So what I've been doing lately with these accounts is I just go to the roster prices so that you can see like the best cards that they have. And okay. What's the best one here? Kurzawa Unique. Wonder what what do you have to do to get 120% of a Kurzawa Unique? Oh, they just bought it. Oh, last week. Why do I have
I think you would never get that card because obviously that's not the right valuation. And why would you ever offer
What are we doing with that? How many super rares? 7 super rares? Yeah, I feel like, I don't know.
You need like a more stably traded card like the Ciro Immobile or I don't know.
I mean, I assume it works best with limiteds, like the idea at least, because you can just like usually the values of the limiteds are fairly close to recent sales. But
let's try to get one right now. Let's try to get that Griezmann.
I'm not here to add to my limited collection here.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe we could put together 10 crappy limiteds and get the Griezmann.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna have Twitter giveaways soon. All right, so 0.04
trader in hiding.
0.048. Is that even close to? Oh, okay. That's probably the floor. 0.0481. Blue Tomatoes buy is super rare. Who's super rare? Oh, Vanderbruggen. Shout out to Gator Guy who gave me the age jersey and serial mint on Vanderbruggen.
Is he hurt or something if he's $62?
No, he's just on play. Although somebody said he was starting today. Has started the last 2.
Okay, you need to go get that card then. Because
Not gonna lie, he slaps when he plays. Like,
All right, let's do this. It's only $70. You can put together some limiteds to get this done.
wait, this card is 0.03? That's how much this card is being sold for?
I think so. It was like $62 or something.
Oh, it's not actually on the market. He bought it a month ago for 0.038. All right, so what's the vendor? That's probably the value, 0.038. All right. So I have to find 0.038. What's this guy's name? Sir Hiss. So let's check out the trade builder. I don't know if anybody does this.
Well,
but
now you get to show it off.
Do you do this at all? Because I do this all the time.
Yeah, deals with Powell usually.
That pop up. Oh, there it was. Deals that never actually go through.
Who's the little character he has there? Is that from? It's like an old Disney character or something.
Oh, Sir Hiss?
Yeah.
It's the snake from Robin Hood, I bet.
Okay.
One of Disney's best. I think that one came out in like the 40s. So ETH plus floor price. Yeah, I'm not paying 0.07. Man, I can't believe you guys are making me do this. Okay. You know what I could just do? Straight up for Grimaldo. I bet that does it.
Well, now you're overpaying. We don't want to.
I'm way overpaying. So you know what I do when I do this? I'm like, all right, let's go buy some more.
Are you not planning on keeping Grimaldo?
Not really. So we're down under, getting better and better. Robin Hood is a sleeper pick for the greatest. I'm telling you, it's excellent. All right. So what else can we buy? How do I turn Grimaldo into even more cards?
Get that Berkey.
Sure. Why not? Definitely don't need it, but why not? So that should do it, right?
That should be a fair trade, right? I'm no mathematician.
Yeah. Well, we should know immediately, right? All right. Vander Bruggen. I bet there's a space somewhere. Hans.
And his is not on the market, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Pavel trying to sell one. Nice try. Oops. Sir Hiss. Where are you? Here we go. All right. Thanks, guys, for making me do this. Who said I can't turn my...
I'm thinking it definitely does not work.
Definitely does not.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we'll see. You got 1 day. Oh, is this where I take
the bot takes longer than 1 day? We got problems.
You're right. Oh man, I gotta type this in now. Good thing I took it off screen. Be too safe, guys, on the internet. All right. The offer has been sent. I was promised instant reject.
Okay.
So, but it isn't 120%. Well, it depends what do they use, you think? The floor price? What 120% of what?
I would say ETH plus last averages.
ETH plus last averages. So I have to add $5. Sweet.
Can you just add $5 worth of ETH?
Yeah, that's not the exercise here.
All right, let's find a Fiverr limited.
Look at how many limited cards I have that are not even worth $1.
You know who's worth $5? I won't say his name.
Like the Hans Limited is worth 75 cents. Oh, Scosmo said if he rejects instant, it means the card is not for sale. Why would you ever have a card not for sale? I was lied to. I feel like
He loves Hans so much.
You think it's Hans and not Roman? How much? You know what's funny is I never look at my cards in fiat. Like if you told me what these cards were worth in dollars, I would have no idea until just now.
I
and
imagine
the only reason I have this set here is because I was working on something else and I needed to show fiat.
I imagine the instant rejects on cards not for sale are like ways to protect himself on guys that just came back from injury or just got a starting job back and like their price hasn't adjusted.
So Scosmo said he encourages sending extremely low offer and you'll get a counter showing how much is required so you won't overpay.
I remember somebody else that did something like that and didn't work out real well.
No, and he's got a ton of rules on Twitter now. It's really hard to do this stuff. So Scosmo says, so try like a 0.001 offer on something listed and see what the instant reply is. Okay. But now I have to see what he has for sale. Cards on sale. Let's see, Andy. Do I want any of these? Oh, there's the Greetsman. Is this the rejection? Yeah. I don't really want Greetsman. Do you ever see you probably don't do this because I was going to say you're like a normal human being. But anyway, I used to have this card, not this specific one, but I used to have an Andres Perea 2021 card. And obviously people like, I'm not going to remember the serial number. So every time I see one of a card that I knew I used to have, I'm like, oh, was that mine? Never is.
I always check as well, though.
Oh, okay.
100%. Yeah.
All right. That makes me feel better. Oh, I had a Dest. Is that mine? No. That's been to Pavel, though. Yeah, I don't want any of these cards. Hummels. Man, these are, what do we got? 295 rares listed. This is getting less fun. I only wanted this card. Oh, well. Huh. John Joe Shelby plays for Nottingham, huh? What do you know? Did not know that. Man. There is nothing more depressing than going through a trader's gallery, which I do every single day on Pavel, to be honest.
Oh, little Maxi Morales, no?
He's not playing.
He's not been playing. Yeah.
This card has been everywhere. Look at this. Super Usmane and Rody Boss had it. Oh, shout out Hoodwink. Yeah, there's nothing fun here. Remember when Caden Clark was supposed to be a thing?
Yeah, isn't he still owned by like a team in Germany or something?
Salzburg, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I thought so. He showed up and they were like, "Oh, you want to go back?" Yeah, I don't want any of these cards. Ooh, maybe I want another Vinny Souza. I don't know. I like the idea, but Scosmo telling me I have to go to Twitter to read all the rules to figure out how to make a deal. That's not as fun. But again, I like the effort.
Yeah, I think that there's just too many avenues to get screwed from like the dealer perspective. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do everything that they can to protect themselves, but I don't know. I think it's going to be really hard. It'd be fun to watch though.
So when Ruv started, RUV, the one, what's his Twitter handle? Portuguese trader or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's Portuguese trader. Yeah.
Yeah. So when he started and he was like, I'll take anything. Just have to follow, just give me 10% more. And I was like, this is a really bad idea. He's not going to win this. And I was like, but I'm going to try to, I was doing the whole like red paper clip into a house idea. And I got like one, like traded like 10 limiteds for one and like kept going. And it was very quickly before they were like, whoa, this is a really bad idea. I have a lot of garbage here. But I was going to make a whole thing of it, of like how you can trade yourself up. And I just gave up.
Yeah, that would be like a fun project for someone to do, is like a red paperclip project, and just share it on Twitter, share it on social media, and start with like, Brett Emmings Limited and see how far you can go.
I mean, that's basically Luka Magic, isn't it?
I mean, I really don't know. I don't know his
either.
whole shtick.
The legend has it that Luka Magic started with 25 euros and then turned it in to a lot. So Luka Magic showed up for the Luka Doncic unique this week. And it was like, here we go. Because Luka Magic, despite being named literally Luka Doncic, Luka Magic, owned 0 NBA cards. And we were like, oh, they've been waiting this whole time for the Luka unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they bid something a lot, 25 ETH or something like that. Turned out to be not nearly enough. But
Ben Johnson said he used Powell to turn a tier 5 rare into a 5-man Albania limited stack for next international break. Bring on Moldova and Faroe Islands. Out of curiosity, does that have a Broja in it, or is he? I mean, I know he's hurt, but I don't know when the next international break is.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Well done. Scosmo says the road to glory has been done to death. We need a GTR Glory to Road series of degenerative bad trading as someone implodes their net worth.
Yeah, that's like watching somebody go to the blackjack table over and over and over and keep losing.
I would watch the hell out of that, though. Not the
is that where they? How about where they double their bet until they win? Strategy.
Glory to Road. Let's see. David Taylor says Rue's gallery is full of garbage. Unfortunately for him, he's got a deal on right now that if you spend, I saw this, 150 pounds, you're entered into a draw to win $3,500 worth of his trash. Yeah. I mean, it was so obvious that that's what was going to happen when he started. That it was just, hey, I'll take anything. Just give it, as long as it's worth more. And it's like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it, here's some trash. But I still look. I don't look every day. Let's see what else we got here in this Sir Hiss.
Out of curiosity, what does Zima Blue even got left? Does he still have cards? No, he sold the big one. He has 2 super rares, 14 uniques.
Huh.
He's got that.
I feel like that Marquinhos super and the Bastoni. Like, I'm surprised those are still there.
Yeah.
Why would the Vultures leave that?
Yeah, he bought everything else, right?
Man.
I wonder how reasonable he was to deal with on the way out. I know that I made a couple offers on some Cardinals baseball cards that he had, and they were just like instant rejects. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't know, I wasn't lowballing that bad, but I know everybody else is lowballing too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Maxime got blocked by Zima.
Yeah.
And then eventually got the card. But I don't know what the situation was with that, other than he was selling everything.
Speaking of like the biggest winners ever on the platform, is Zima up there as one of the biggest losers of the platform?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah. Neither do I.
Oh, update. I got a Discord message from Sir Hiss saying that they only trade super rares manually for now, which I think is very smart.
Yeah.
And I hate to admit that I'm now going to have to go back and be like, I actually didn't want this card at all. I was just doing
it was all for the views, baby.
It was all because there were people in this chat here. Who was the first one that started pressuring me into buying something I didn't actually want to? Was it Blue Tomatoes? Ben, it is Blue Tomatoes. Look at this. Take the chance, Laird. Buy his SR.
Dave Taylor said Roddy Boss is so hard to trade with now, but his gallery is full of good players. He's done it correctly, but basically asked for 130. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Roddy Boss is another one that I check, but it's true. There's like no reason to give up. Meaning, like, if you don't hit 130, he's just like, nah. And you're like, come on. Like, no, they're fine.
I get it. It's a business.
Yeah.
Do you think those are registered like LLCs? Like Powell Trader LLC? No?
One of them is surely a DAO, right?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
What's wrong with DAOs on Sorare?
I'm fine with DAOs, but I don't think that any of those are autonomous.
Oh. Could you imagine trying to like get more than 3 people to agree on something like that?
Yeah. Make them vote. Should we accept this deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you buy a Powell Trader coin that would allow you to vote on trades if you could?
No. But maybe something that gave me like a share of his profits somehow. I'd be interested in that.
What if instead of a share of profits, you just got to meet him?
Yeah, I'm buying.
Yeah, I'm buying too.
I got to know. I got to know.
That's exactly
what there was something on Twitter like a year ago where somebody claimed to have met Powell Trader, and they were at some like, he
was in France.
Dark bar room in France, and it was like, Powell's here. Powell came out. He's at our meetup. And I saw all that, and I was like, wow, that is incredible. And like the guy that they had, I don't remember specifics, but it was like, yeah, it looks like Eastern European. That could be Powell. Yeah, why not? And turns out it was fake. So
my favorite part of all of that was how we all just were like, yeah,
we ate it up. We ate it up.
They couldn't. Why would anyone not? How could it not be him?
Why would they lie about this? In fact, I think it took somebody messaging Powell Trader on Discord. They were like, hey, check this out. And he was like, that's not me.
Yeah. And it was just such a deflating message. That's not me. We're like,
yeah.
Risu said, I believed it too. No, we all believed it. Like, there is no one who saw that picture and was like, that's not him. Because we knew it was him. Like, our confidence of knowing it was him or it wasn't him was the same. Nobody knew. So it was just like, hey, this is him. And we're like, great. Always just want to know what he looked like.
I think there's zero chance that anybody will ever know who he is or what he looks like. I'm already assuming gender right now.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Pavel is a men's name in Poland.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't. Did you... Oh, what was I just about to ask? Pavel. What he looks like. Oh, did you think when Pavel did the Twitter thing, like when he finally joined Twitter and was doing all this, did you think at some point like a picture would slip or that we would find out who he is?
What, that he would accidentally share a picture?
Not even accidentally, just like as part of the whole Twitter thing, like, hey, this is me. And he's just there like with his Jonathan David unique.
When he started his like social media campaign, let's talk about that for a second. What happened there? Like, why did he shut that down? He
I
shut
don't
it
know.
down.
I don't know.
He didn't want to
Trying pull it up
become
here.
too involved in the community. His wife said no.
Yeah, February 17th was the last tweet after some
Almost 2
giveaway.
months. Almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Did he end up doing the giveaway?
I have no idea. Well, let's see. I'm trying to see. The tweet was about somebody who won, or 12 people who won limited legend cards. Let me pull up the person who won it and see if they still have said card. Of course. Oh, wait. It was a Ronaldo Legends card, which I don't see anywhere here. Oh, looks like somebody who really plays NBA. I don't know. I miss Twitter Pavel, though. And I agree with Ben. Ben said he thinks it may have started as one man, but it can't possibly be. I agree. It can't just be one person. Oh, Metal Gear said it was to shill another NFT project. Really? I feel so... What was it? I don't even remember seeing anything.
I think it has to be one person. Otherwise, he's breaking the terms of service.
I think it's one of those weird things that we don't know if it's actually breaking the terms or not.
I thought it was one human.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
Powell doesn't seem like the type of person to, break rules. So I think it's just one person.
I agree. So Matt's Power 06 is asking for money here.
Go fuck.
Chat. Can you say...
Sorry, Mats.
Can you send me $1 so I can start my Sorare journey? Andy, if I told you 2 years ago that you could start your Sorare journey with $1, what would you think?
I would have that thing down to $0 before it was over. I mean, what are you gonna do with $1? Try to flip dollar limiteds? I don't know. I would lose that battle.
Andy, I got tons of cards here worth less than $1.
Exactly. What I would do is I would buy one of those, try to flip it for more, end up losing money, and then I would be down to 87 cents, and then I would have to buy an even cheaper card. It would just keep going downhill.
It would just go, yeah, there's your glory to road.
Exactly.
If anyone in chat here thinks that they can do something like that, I'm willing to send any of these cards here on the front line. Yeah, anything below Yaroslav Rakitsky, my boy. So I have these 6 limited cards. I'll send one to you, and you just have to turn it into... I mean, you're probably just going to take it and go away anyway, but I would love it if somebody could take this. Does Kike
Do they need to have a gallery of 0 cards?
No, I'm fine if they have. I want somebody who's in, so they know what they can do. Yeah, Germ saying, yeah. So I actually bought this card. I almost don't even want to include Mehdi Boujema, who plays for Ludogorets. Oh, Ferencvaros. I believe that's a blue check mark situation, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Oh, it's a blue X now? Was it always an X? Probably was. Yeah. I'm going to take Mehdi out because I spent hard-earned money on Mehdi. So sorry, Germ. Germ, why do you think he's only 64 cents? But anyway, if anybody can turn Leroy Fair, Ibrahim Yilmaz, Basila Sambu, Andrija Vucevic, or Kike Gonzalez into like $2 without cheating. Wow. Ben Johnson said, I'm convinced I can turn your Leroy Fair into a Cap 240 limited team.
All right, I want to see it.
Yeah. All right.
Send the offer.
Yeah. Ben, DM me on Discord, or actually, yeah, just ask for, or send an offer. Can you do that?
I'm with Florian. I can turn Leroy Fur into nothing.
I'm about to. Germ said, I'm not scared of the Blue X. I like that. I like the confidence. Maybe we have Germ and Ben compete. We compete, or didn't we do this already? Didn't Nellis have a show like this?
I think he did.
Yeah. But I think this is much harder because these guys are starting with, he probably gave them like $100. I'm giving you guys 58 cents. No, 66 for Leroy Fair. But yeah, if you guys send offers for Fair, Bujema, I think, was scoring. I definitely played him in a lineup recently. Yeah, look at that. No, that's not recent. Oh, yeah, it was recently. But then didn't play in those. He probably wasn't registered, right? All right. Look at that. I got a whole game show out of this.
I'm still confused why Medi is flippable. Like, he's on an uncovered team, right?
He is. It's not uncovered. It's like they're in Europa League, or they were.
Yeah, but they already got beat, right, by Leverkusen.
Yeah, they're out. Yeah, they're out.
So they're out. He's essentially completely uncovered right now.
I'm guessing
he's got great hair and a beard that does not match his hair color, which is interesting.
You know what? I actually was wondering if they colored it, like if Sorare colored it.
Why would they do that?
I mean, there are a lot of reasons to do things.
No. Why would Sorare Photoshop different?
Yeah, so he is on loan. So he'll go back to Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, Germ knows. But yeah, I mean, if you guys can turn these cards into something and inspire me. You know what's funny is that
means you have to wait.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, you have to wait.
No, you guys have 10 minutes to do this.
By the end of the show. Yes.
By the end of the show, which is over, we're actually 2 minutes over the hour mark. So
I've got this much beer left. So.
Oh, all right. I just got a Reddit notification on my phone of Sorare's Reddit page. When will be the best time to buy players for the next season? Which really, I feel like they should just tag you and be like, "Are we in a dip?"
Yeah, when is the dip? So
is that I know right now. Buy. Yeah,
I don't know. It feels pretty good right now to buy. I don't know.
Maybe some.
Yeah, we're still in a dip. Not financial advice. Still good to buy cards for next season, I think. I don't think waiting is probably a good idea. Because, let's see, Jupiler League starts in July, I think. Yeah. That's true, Javier.
Javi saying every time Black says it's a good time to buy, it goes lower. Leroy Fair is on a disciplinary suspension.
Leroy.
Sounds like Ben's job's a little harder than he thought.
Yeah.
But I'm serious, Ben. Please send an offer or DM me on Discord, and I will send you this card, and I will anxiously await the Cap 240 side you are turning into. This is a successful Cap 240 side? I mean, anybody can just enter.
Yeah, he needs to win one threshold.
Yeah. That would be impressive if you could turn 66 cents into $5 and a full team that could hit threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway. Oh, no. Ben has retracted the Leroy Fair statement.
Shame.
All right, Germ. It's on you. You know what's funny about this is that Willem Jansen retired before the season and is more valuable than all of the guys here. I think Ozturk may have retired as well.
Why is he in the green right now?
Somebody bought him last week. Oh wait, I had it here, didn't I? Yeah, here. Somebody paid 72 cents last week.
Good old 210201008 bought him, yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound suspect at all.
Nothing fraudulent about that at all. Yeah, I think, and Ozturk, to be honest, I kind of like this card just because his age is literally 40. He's still younger than me. Oh no, he's older than me. That's why I kept this card, because he's older than me.
He looks like he can still play. Like if I saw him
Does
out and about, I'd be like, yeah, he can still ball.
Like in your over 45 aside, or
no, in the Premier League.
Let's see. Yeah, played last. Yeah, he must have been retired as well. Went out
his
with a
last
bang.
game. In his last game, he scored a goal.
Yeah. Yep. Man,
love to see it, especially from a center back.
For sure. Keeping it respectable in a 4-2 loss.
Yeah. Do you think they like won a PK or something, and they were
and let him take it?
Give it to Ibrahim. Give it to Ibrahim.
Oh, Ben is saying he's still playing in the Turkish second league. Ben, why do you know that? Let's see. No, right before halftime. And then they immediately conceded. Oh, well. Let's see, 46 minute. Look at that. Header from left side of the box. Bang.
Where do you guys get that part of the data from? Is that from Opta?
Yes.
So they give like a brief description of the goal, and you guys just feed it right in?
Yes.
That's nice.
That is what we do.
It would be cool to see if you could break it down by player, and if Opta actually provided that data, and you could see where a particular player's live action scoring came from.
Yes. I don't believe they do all of that.
Well, yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to like just click into a player that's involved in a game. You got, Brian Lozano, you click on him, and it's like minute 64, 1 tackle +3. Like
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not something they do.
Yeah.
And if they do it, it's well far from our
Well, what's funny is they wouldn't even need to quote unquote do it. They would just need to provide the data because they're tracking all that stuff already.
Yeah. Skazmo said, all this talk of limiteds has me considering semi-protein. Just don't do it. It's not as fun as you think it is, Skazmo. Or just buy all my limiteds and go nuts.
Do you want to? I don't even know what a semi-pro team is.
I believe it's 4 limiteds and a common. And it's 4 limiteds and a common.
Do they have a pro team?
Pro is 5. Is 5 limiteds. I think that's what.
Is that like part of the onboarding? Like they'll have, what is it, the amateur? I don't know. So like one of them is just 1 limited, another one of them is like 2 or 3.
No, I'm sorry. Semi-pro is 1 limited. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
4 commons and 1 limited.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone in chat. Yes, I mixed that up. It's the 270. Is that what they call it?
Is it capped?
Oh, it's the pro. Okay, so pro is 4 limited and 1 common, if you want the common.
Okay.
It is not capped.
None of those are capped. So you could go get Messi and play him in that competition.
Yeah, you could.
I guess that would be weird because you could just use the Messi common and then a different limited.
Yep. And then the I'm sorry, I'm completely wrong. This proves how little I play these games. The pro version is a 270 points cap. That's the one that requires 4 limiteds.
Ben said all of those are capped at 270.
I don't think semi-pro is. Yeah, pro is. Semi-pro is not. And you can also you have to have 10 or fewer limited cards. So Fred takes you out of that. Tenfold.
There should be a Fred exemption for some of these extra game modes.
I think you could argue that it should be 10 players instead of 10 limited cards.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree. Let the whales play these semi-pros. Come on.
For sure.
It's ridiculous. Okay, we've fallen off the rail here. Thank you to everybody for joining us. Do you have something else, Andy?
No, I was just going to tell everybody to go fuck.
Yeah, did you have one last go fuck you want to get out there? But there it is.
Just to everyone in general.
Yeah. Just to everyone. So yeah, thank you to everybody for joining us. If you could please hit the like button or rate and review if you are listening to the audio version. It felt like today was very visual, so apologies for those who always listen. But just watch. Simple as that. We'll be back next week. What is next week? Oh, I don't know about next week, actually. It's a little Easter break, so I don't know. I am actually taking a few days off. So
taking days off work? What?
I am. I know. It's crazy. Maybe I'll live stream from Easter dinner just to make up for it. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. There will be some content next week, so it's not like there's going to be none. Don't worry. Just settle down. Maybe just not.
Share Scosmo's message real quick.
This one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Sorry for the listeners. The audio only people are not going to see this message because I'm not going to say it. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us, and we will talk to you next week.